Alright, it's been 2 weeks since I posted all these backlog videos, and some stuff has happened, so let's go over it. I beat 12 is better than 6 shortly after recording the previous video, and as I thought, it was complete garbage from beginning to end. Janky gameplay, boring levels, crap story, complete package tour to Misery Island. There was even one level that particularly stood out in how vile it was, because it was based around melee combat, and the hit detection is iffy at best, and at worst it feels like my weapons become ethereal as soon as I pick them up. I mean, how do you even get that wrong? The developers were very clearly ripping off Hotline Miami, and that game has melee combat down for the most part, so why does trying to hit someone with a shovel in this game feel like a badly coded Flash game and not something that I paid £7 bloody for? The final line the character says during the weird and abrupt ending is, "Why the fuck do I even care?" Which is a good question the player should be asking themselves. Why the fuck did you care to see this badly designed shoddy Hotline Miami ripoff to the end? Waste of my goddamn time. Please avoid it like the plague. I also beat the Goonies 2 on stream a few days ago, which was a fun game, sort of. It's one of those games where I have no idea how in the hell you're supposed to figure out what to do unless you bought Nintendo Power or in current year, look up a guide on game FAQs. Maybe if you're a child with infinite free time to rub every item on everything and explore every nook and cranny, then maybe you'll stumble on the way forward. But it feels like, you know, a game that was designed to sell guides. That said though, I did have fun with it. It was probably the easiest NES game I've ever played. Infinite continues that drop you off right where you died, and a massive life bar that allows you to just ignore most enemies make for a fairly gentle experience. There isn't even a final boss. The last area just contains a door that you need a key for, and as long as you have one key, you win. If you don't have a key, you just go farm some keys from the enemies outside the room for like 2 minutes. I had a good laugh with it though, not bad at all. I've never actually seen the movie either, and my stream chat kept telling me how good it was, so I'll have to go check that out soon, I think. For the games I'm currently playing, I'm still plugging away at Demon X Machina. It's just so repetitive, it feels like an absolute chore to boot up and play. I will see it through to the end though, I promise. On the other hand though, I am still really enjoying Triangle Strategy. It's really sucked me in with its story and characters, and some of the missions can feel a bit bullshitty on hard mode, but it's not anger-inducing or anything. There's a pretty interesting mechanic in the game, where at key moments in the story, your party is faced with a big decision of some description, but instead of just making the decision and, you know, going down a path, the party kind of debates their options and then has a giant vote on it. And as the player, you can see which way people are voting and persuade them to change their mind. But I had a funny thing happen where I failed to gather enough information, or I picked the wrong dialogue options, and had the game just defy me. That sounds like it would be really annoying, but the situations the game presents to you, like both of the options kind of have their own merits. So, you know, for the first playthrough, the internal bickering and debating is kind of like a fun touch. I don't know if the game lets you pick routes in subsequent playthroughs so you can see a specific story path, and if it doesn't, that would be very annoying. But it, you know, it probably does, maybe it doesn't, but there's guides and stuff available for this kind of thing, so it's not the end of the world. Finally, I started playing System Shock 2 about a week ago, which I'm having a good time with. I'm still fairly early on, so I don't have a whole lot to say about it. But I think I made a mistake by not taking the hacking skill on character creation. I thought I would be perfectly fine to just be a big meathead gunman, so I picked the soldier class type. But weapon degradation and a spaceship full of computers means that I've kind of fucked myself over a little bit. Probably should have seen that coming considering the setting, you know, my fault. That said though, the game does dump a metric fuck ton of upgrade material, so I'm now at least at the point where I can hack computers and effectively bash dudes over the head with a wrench. So once I got there, I started having a lot of fun. Looking forward to see how many, you know, situations my awful character creation choices will put me in. But yeah, more on that later. That's it for this week though. I'm hoping I can at least finish one of these 3 games before the next one, but I think they are quite long, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, peace!